Hello, Skittles is Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Fanfic of the Month. And the first thing you probably might have noticed is that I have a new backdrop. It's just sort of an experiment I'm working on. And this isn't even like a wall, it's literally like my curtains, so something to look out for. But yeah, I've got a new backdrop. I'm going to be experimenting with it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to change it or anything, but yeah, just something to look out for. Well, enough rambling on for me. Today's fanfic of the month goes to Incepto Nedesystem. I hope I'm saying that right, because if I'm not mistaken, the title is in Latin, so I'm not sure, but then again, it's the only thing that managed to come up in Google Translate, so hey. Now, I could be wrong as well here, but I'm pretty sure the title, Incepto Nedesystem, roughly translates to something along the lines of, do not attempt to stop. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me on that, whatever you do. So yes, about the fic. If you haven't read it already, this is a Darksiders 2 crossover. If you don't know anything about the Darksiders franchise, let me give you a quick, sort of abridged version real quick. In Darksiders 1, War, one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, accidentally, kinda, sorta, completely kills off all of humanity and is then put in the naughty corner for about 5 centuries. And in Darksiders 2, Death, who's also another Horseman of the Apocalypse, tries to save his brother War by resurrecting all of humanity, and that's pretty much all you need to know about Darksiders. So anyway, back to the fic. So Death comes to Equestria, and he hears about these things called the Elements of Harmony, which he supposes could resurrect humanity. So he goes to the princess and says, "Hey princess, I'm looking for these elements, I need to restore humanity and shit." And Princess Celestia is like, "No way, you can't have the elements, they're mine!" And here's the main focus of the fic. Death and Celestia have a massive, big, sort of Dragon Ball Z massive fight scene. And you know, I know what you're probably all thinking, oh, it's an action scene in a fanfic, it's probably going to be really boring, but no, I know if you've never read most action scenes in fanfics, most of them are either far too paced or not paced enough, and it sort of makes them either really boring or just sort of or either really boring or really dull. But this one is like the only one instance where it's a really well written fight scene, and that's really rare to do in like sort of like a novel form, because like I said, most of them are either too far paced out. They put into every single little detail, and it just what would supposed to be like something that would keep you on the edge of your seat just sort of makes you slap back and go, oh god, this is boring. Why am I reading words when I could be imagining this really cool fight sequence? But no, it's just depicting everything and it just gets really boring. Or either it's not paced enough and it just becomes too far paced and shit's going on so fast that you can't keep it up in your head. But this one, like I said, is actually really, really, really good. It only shows things that needs to be seen, and as I was reading it, I was imagining everything in my head, and the fight scenes are awesome, and like, by the end of it, Death like goes into like his true, like, I don't know what it's called, like his Reaper form, like, you know, like the big form of the game, you know what I mean? And this fight scene goes on for like, I think the whole fic is like 27,000 words, and it's all fight scene. Or at least not at the start. At the start, it's all sort of like characters and dialogue, but most of it is all like action and fighting. It's really, really cool, and it's really well done, and I really love it. So if you want to check this fic out for yourself, links in the description so you can check it out for yourself. And also, might want to get a copy of Darksiders 2, because that's what I did. I read this fic, and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool, this makes me want to go get Darksiders 2, and I did, I got Darksiders 2, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it now. So anyway, yeah, my name's Skittles is Cool, and I'll see you next time.